Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Ask Soap Anything. Today, we are talking all Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, Elder Scrolls 6. That is correct. You're probably wondering, why in the world are you talking about all that, but you're playing Overwatch? Well, the answer is simple. They're both video games. And their titles share some of the same letters. The more you know. On to the first question. Joker, this is his final question in his grand list o' questions. Will your Skyrim story end / do you have an ending planned? Yes, there is an ending planned. When will it end? I would say soon. In the grand scheme of things, of course. Now, not tomorrow or, next week or anything like that. But yes, there is an ending coming. I believe that the current series that we're on will be the last one, unless something drastically changes. It's not for negative reasons. I just think it's a good place to end it. I've got an ending in mind that I like, and I think it's fitting and a good way to just finish the whole Skyrim adventure. Ben comes flying in. What keeps drawing you back to Skyrim? This is a kind of a twofold question. So what keeps drawing me back? The game is very replayable. It allows me to tell a story through the medium of video games. Mods have helped that more than I can give credit and praise for. So you can think of it like a just giant sandbox with tons of things to do, and I am the kid who has a story to tell and an imagination to use, and it's got all the tools I need to do so. Now, the flip side of that, you guys keep drawing me back to Skyrim. Now, at one point in time, I actually kind of had a negative viewpoint on it. I wanted to get the whole channel completely away from Skyrim, and back when I would monitor like the traffic on the channel as far as, how's this video doing? Do people like this video? Do they not like the video? How long are they watching it? Things like that. Whenever I would do things that were not Skyrim, it didn't seem to do all that well, and it makes sense because I'm going to guess about 99-100%, something really high, of the people that watch what I put up here on the channel are here because of Skyrim. And, it's fair to say that if I decide to do something that's not Skyrim, that people may not be interested because, they associate this channel, myself, and Skyrim kind of all as one package. We all go together. And if something else gets thrown in and another thing gets taken out, it may not jive that well. But at the same time, this channel needs to progress at some point. Elder Scrolls 6 is coming down the line. Who knows when? And who knows what we'll be doing here on this channel at that point in time. But who knows what the future holds. But yes, you guys, like I said, at one point, I viewed it as a negative. I wanted to get away from Skyrim, and the quote-unquote audience, the quote-unquote fans, subscribers, whatever lingo you want to throw around, the people watching didn't really respond that well, or didn't respond at all. They just didn't watch, or, didn't engage, didn't comment, things like that. And so I took that as a sign of, okay, need to get back on the Skyrim storytelling. And the good news was I came up with a story, namely the Way of the Fallen stuff, where I was like, all right, I'm going to go out with a bang. This is kind of a deconstruction. I mentioned some of this, but The Way of the Fallen, I wrote the whole story, 3 parts, and the first 2 parts were basically me, in a way, kind of expressing that I wanted to destroy everything I built, is the best way I can think of it, where I was known more for, obviously, being sneaky and an assassin and Thieves Guild and all that stuff. And these characters were going through and just completely destroying that. So completely killing off the Thieves Guild, the whole Dark Brotherhood thing, siding with the Thalmor, all of that. Like, that was the progression of that story, was for me to just scorch the earth of everything I had ever put out there and all the characters that I had built. All of that was just to destroy all of that and build anew. But then during, as I said before, during all of that, I got inspired to come back and do another story with Joey. And then, of course, we went through and did that. And whenever I had that inspiration and started writing that story, it came up with, oh, I know exactly what we can do with this. I had the ending planned, the ending that all of you that have seen it, you've seen it. I had that ending plan, and then, a little bit after I started writing it, I came up with the idea of flipping things around and having a different character and kind of a parallel story of sorts. And so yeah, it's weird that I'll get into different mindsets at the beginning and then by the end completely change my mind, but still I haven't steered away from the original vision of any of the stories. I've kept to that pretty well, I would think anyway. I mean, granted, none of you actually know because I haven't shown you, here's the writing process and all that stuff. But yeah, that's guess you could say a long and kind of drawn out way of me explaining what keeps drawing me back to Skyrim. It's a mix of I love the game, I sometimes don't love the game, you guys love the game. It's this cool mix and mash and melting pot of things and people and all of that coming together. We all love and hate this one thing kind of all together, but at the end of the day, it's all positive, it's all good. Now, I did touch on the process of the storyline, and Elmuse did have a question that is, how do I map out the storylines and what's the process like? That is actually going to be addressed in a whole separate video that's going to be, I'm going to tell everyone now, it's going to be a long video. I don't know how long, but it's going to be a long video. Hour, maybe even more. Horrible Andy, the one and only, asks, when TES 6 comes out, do you think you will Let's Play it? And if so, from what show will your characters get their names? When it comes out, will I play it? Absolutely. Will I do a Let's Play of it? I honestly don't know, because I don't know at this time when the game is coming out. I don't know if Todd Howard comes down from on high and says, hey, Elder Scrolls 6 is coming out in 2020. We'll just throw a date out there, November 2020, whatever. I don't know if I'll still be doing YouTube by then, I may have just be done with it. I have no idea. But if they said, hey, it comes out in a few months, oh yeah, you bet your ass, we're doing a Let's Play. But as far as naming the characters, I don't know. Because I've pretty much gone through everything from and this is actually another question, which was from Tyler, what made you think of Catface Meowmers? Which Riptide came in and said, hey, I can answer that. It's from Wizard People Dear Reader, and then explains what it is. And yes, for those of you that don't know, that's where all the names, with the exception of Valkyrie, come from. Catface, Joey, Porkstar, Harmony, Upfish, Dumbledore, and then if you watch the Fallout 4, Hardcastle. They all come from Wizard People, Dear Reader. There's other names that are in there, I just don't think they're as cool. But as far as where will I get the characters' names from in the future, no idea, but hopefully they're cool. And then finally, Yam Yam. Anything you will be playing TS 6, as long as you've played Skyrim, given that it's good? Riptide, yet again, come flying in. I'd expect we'll see at least one, if not multiple, chronicles of Catface Meowmer's adventures in TES 6. So for that, who knows? I will be playing it, as I've said, but it depends. When does it take place? Where does it take place? Will Catface even be around for it? Things like that. I don't know. I want to find out more information about the game, when it's coming out, where it's at, when it takes place in the Elder Scrolls lore timeline, and all that fun stuff. But needless to say, we will be playing it. Not sure if it's here, not sure if it'll be Catface. I'm gonna play it. I know I'm gonna enjoy it on some level, but we have no idea what the future holds. So in summary, yes, we're all here because of Skyrim. I'm still doing this because of Skyrim. I assume most of you are still here because of Skyrim, because we both simultaneously love and hate and love again this game, and we're all very anxious to see what's coming up with Elder Scrolls 6. I know I am, I hope everyone else is, and if we decide to do a series on it, hopefully you guys will stick around, hopefully you'll enjoy as usual, and hopefully we'll have some fun. But that's gonna do it! So, before I go, as always, thank you for watching, hope you enjoy, I'll see you guys later.